I've already done a lot of Baizhu videos in the past, where I explained his strengths and weaknesses through my theory crafting results. In this video, I'll be refreshing your memory on why you might want to pull for Baizhu for your account, and tomorrow I'll be releasing a part 2 to this video containing reasons you might want to skip the next banner instead. Let's get straight into it. The first reason to pull for Baizhu is the benefits he brings to the table for quickened teams that have a core of 2 Electro units. Up until now, Nahida has been the main Dendro option for these kinds of teams, but generally speaking, her impact has never been large enough here for her to be irreplaceable. Specifically, the issue with her variants of the team was that you were probably going to need a defensive unit in the 4th slot, meaning you couldn't comfortably use the likes of Sucrose and Kazuha, who in these kinds of double Electro teams just bring more to the table offensively than Nahida. Basically, the point is that from a theoretical standpoint, the combination of Baizhu and Sucrose or Kazuha is better in single target damage output compared to the combination of Nahida and Zhongli. This benefits a quite wide variety of teams, as quick and aggravate teams have always been quite strong in the meta ever since Dendro released, with carries such as Cyno and pseudo carries like Keqing and Yae leading the way, while Fischl benefits from the background thanks to her fantastic internal cooldowns. The second reason to pull for Baizhu is tied to his consistently very good survivability related effects. In fact, with no particular on-field requirements, Baizhu will provide 50 to 60,000 HP heals for your active character, and 10 to 20,000 team-wide heals as well. This is a considerable difference compared to somebody like Yayao, who has a big chunk of her heals tied to her elemental burst, a skill which requires her to stay on field for longer than Baizhu to heal allies fully. Not only that, but Baiju's healing should be more evenly distributed throughout the rotation, making him a better defensive option for carries with big field time requirements, like Alhaitham and Cyno. In fact, while Yayao has access to some continuous healing through her elemental skill, it doesn't hold a candle to how much Baiju's burst can heal, and in some situations you might find yourself in a spot you have to swap out from your main carry to get the big heals from her to survive. This is clearly an issue for the likes of Cyno, who needs 15 to 17 seconds long windows to perform as well as he can on a team. Additionally, Baiju's burst provides a very weak shield 6 times in total, which will protect you from getting staggered against slow opponents like Ruin Guards. All in all, Baizhu is just everything you could ask from a healer. The third reason to pull for Baizhu is that he can be a perfectly viable replacement to Nahida as a Hyperbloom or Burgeon driver. While these teams have been very good options in the meta ever since Nahida came out, they have never been the most durable, especially Burgeon, due to the knockback damage you receive from the seeds exploding. Just like Nahida, Baizhu has permanent Dendro infusion on his auto attacks, and while the combination of his skill and burst can't match Nahida's elemental skill application, especially on an AoE skill, he will apply enough Dendro for the team to maintain really high single target output, while basically providing all the protection you'll ever need thanks to his healing properties. Not only this opens up for a potentially more viable alternative to these Hyperbloom and Burgeon teams for your account, but it also frees up Nahida for other roles you might need her for, like Alhaitham teams. The fourth reason to pull for Baizhu is if you've been experiencing issues keeping Cyno alive on Quick Bloom teams. From an offensive standpoint, the double Dendro variant of Quick Bloom performs quite well for Cyno, as it should allow him to maximize both quicken uptime and Bloom's generation compared to other compositions. However, it's still up in the air whether that can translate to superior realistic performance compared to Chaos and Double Electro Cyno teams, who are mainly great because they allow you to front-load more damage in the rotation through early Hyperbloom and Burgeon procs from Kuki and Toma, and also Vaporites procs from Yelan and Shincho in the Chaos variant of the team. What's ensured, however, is that Baizhu will provide the best defensive contribution for the team by a country mile. In fact, on these teams both Kuki and Toma are used with elemental mastery builds, so their defensive properties are minimized. While they are still okayish in terms of survivability, and combining them with another defensive option like Shincho can go a long way in making Cyno survive, Baizhu will just be a completely foolproof alternative to them, as he edges them out defensively even if they're fully built with HP artifacts. Basically, the double Dendro variant can be relative to others for Cyno offensively, while making him almost immortal in the process. So, that's it for today. As I said earlier, tomorrow I'll be posting the reasons to skip Baizhu, so stay tuned to know more about him. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe. See you next time!